Hello everybody, it's lovely to be back again today, and it's such a beautiful sunshine day, isn't it? I wonder what you've been doing. Have you been playing in your garden, or have you been indoors? Have you seen any people on Skype? I wonder if you have. You've probably talked to somebody. I hope you have, and I hope you've had a good week. What about you, Joe? Have you had a good week? You have? You've had a very exciting week. Oh, good. Well, we'll hear all about it, won't we? You're going to tell us later. Okay. Well, I today want to say a special hello to John and a special thank you for those lovely pictures you sent us of your sad face and your happy face. They were brilliant. Well done, John, and thank you for sending them to us. We really enjoyed seeing them. If anybody else has got any pictures or any things they want to send, you're very welcome to send them, because we'd love to see them. We'd like to know what you're up to. Now, today, Joe wants to tell us something very special. I know, you want us to go out into the garden, don't you? Because he wants to show you what he's been growing out in the garden. He's had his own little pot, and he's planted something, and he's going to take you there to see what it is. Joe wants to show you something else he's been doing in the garden. He's had his own little pot, and he planted some bulbs, and he's been watering them, and he wants you to see just how they've grown. Aren't they beautiful? Yes, you wanted them on the yellow table, didn't you? But they weren't ready, were they? No. Shall we give them some water now? You show them how you do it. Oh, lift it up and tip it on. Oh, yes. When the sun's very warm, the plants love some drink. You have to give them some water so that they can grow big and strong. There we go. That was good, wasn't it? Yes, I know. You're very proud of your flowers, aren't you? Yes. Have you grown something in your garden? Perhaps you could send us a picture. We'd love to see what you've got. We really would, wouldn't we? Yes, we would. Wow, Joe, what beautiful daffodils. You had to wait a long time for them to grow. But then they grew really quickly when the sun shone. Well, I think they're lovely. Can we make some daffodils for our craft today, so that people who haven't got any can make their own in their house? Well, that might be a bit difficult, but we could try, couldn't we? You've got an idea how to do it? Oh, well, that's good. You'll have to tell me, won't you? Okay, then, let's go and see what we can do, shall we? Well, we had a look around the house to see if there was anything we could use to make a daffodil. We found some yellow paper, and this is a plastic glass. We drew round it to make a nice circle, and then we cut the circles out like this. So we cut out the circle, then we folded that in half, very nice and firmly, and then we folded it not right across, but up to 1/3 that side and 1/3 that side. So altogether you've got 6 bits in there. Right, now can you see we've got, it looks a bit like a cone. The pointing bit's down there. Just mark where the middle is and draw up that side and draw down that side. Right, those are our cutting lines. Can you see? Cut that one and cut that one. Okay, so we've taken off the 2 corners. Back to our pointy bit there. Now we're going to open it up. 1 bit, 2 2 bits. Ooh, what's that starting to look like? Open it right up and look, there we've got part of a daffodil. That's good, isn't it, Joe? So what do we need next? Well, we need a stalk, don't we? Went back to the drawer and got one of our straws out. Straws are very useful when you're doing craft. We made a little hole and we put the straw through it. Just like that, didn't we, Joe? That was it. Now, that looks a bit like a daffodil, but daffodils have little bits on the front. And we thought, what could we use for that? Well, we could have used a bit of an egg box and painted it yellow. That would have been quite a good thing. And we looked in our baking cupboard and I found this little tiny baking cake. We made a hole. I think we're going to need a little bit of glue here. Put it through the straw and glued those two together. Oh, what do you think? Does that look like a daffodil? I think it does. Do you like it, Joe? You do, I know. You want to hold on to that one because you like that one. Well, this one, we found a big paper case and that worked as well. We could have made bigger petals probably. And that was another nice one. And we found a gold paper case. Looks like we make a lot of cakes. We don't really, but we do like to be able to do baking. So we put another one on the back, a little bit more glue, and then we stuck it on. Oh yes, that's pretty. That's a golden daffodil, isn't it? So now we've got 1, 2, 3. We could make more, couldn't we? We could make a whole bunch. I wonder how many you can make. So these are Joe's special daffodils, all made by him, aren't they? With a little bit of help from me. Well done, Joe. They're lovely. Well, was that fun? Do you think you can make some daffodils? You might like to make a whole vase full of daffodils. You might have some better ideas than mine, and I'd love to see them. So, see what you can make, okay? And don't forget, tidy up afterwards. Did we tidy up? Yes, we did, didn't we? So now it's time for See Those Sleeping Bunnies, sleeping till it's noon. Shall we try and wake them with a merry tune? They're so still, aren't they, Wake up, little bunnies, hop, little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Wow, that was amazing. I loved your hopping. I really did. Did you all manage to go to sleep though? I think 1 or 2 of you didn't get quite to sleep that time, did you? So let's sing it once more. And are you down there? Are your eyes shut? Are you ready to be sleeping? See those sleeping bunnies, sleeping till it's noon. Shall we try and wake them with a merry tune? They're so still, are they real? Wake up, little bunnies! Hop, little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, 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 little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Yes, give yourselves a big clap. That was great, wasn't it? Right, and now it's time to see who's had a birthday. And do you know what? I know that some people have Neve and Tyler and George and Theo and Daisy and Ilara. Are you all having birthdays? Well, that's amazing. And I hope you're having a very happy birthday. So, for somebody who's 1, somebody who's 2, somebody who's 3, and somebody who's 4. We've got all those ages there, haven't we? Right, okay. Shall we sing? Are you ready? Are you going to play again? Okay. Well, that wasn't very good, was it? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Right, okay. How's your puff today? Shall we find out? Yes, go on then. Let's find out if you've got a nice lot of puff, shall we? Are you ready? Take a big deep breath. Who's helping? Are you ready to blow? Are you ready? Oh, my goodness. What? No, you didn't get them all out. There's one left. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, very good. Well done. And happy birthday, all of you. So many lovely spring birthdays this week. So now, yes, it is time for Lily. You like seeing Lily, don't you? Yes, do you like seeing Lily and Kate? Because we're going to go and see them now and they've got a song for us. Okay, let's see. Kate, are you there?
Hello, my darling. How are you today?
Good.
Are you good? Lily and me are good. And we just came out into the garden with our boys and we thought that it would be quite a good idea to have another song. Would you like that? Would you like that? Okay, are you ready? We're gonna have a song about God and how awesome He is and how He's great, 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 and He's higher than the skyscraper, and He is lower than the submarine, and He's wider than the universe. Are you ready? Are you steady? Let's go.
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. And He holds us in His hand. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. And He holds us in His hand. He's higher than the skyscraper. He's deeper than the submarine. He's wider than the
Did you like this song? I hope you did. Well, if you did, you can join us for the next song. But for now, bye!
Right, okay, are you ready now? Because it's time for our story. And today we've got a story about how plants grow. Now, as Joe already told you, he planted those bulbs in the soil in his flower pot. Sometimes we can plant seeds like these seeds here. They don't look like plants, do they? Joe kept asking if he could have a look to see what was happening to his bulbs. But of course he couldn't, could he? Because we have to leave them and wait and wait. He doesn't like waiting. It was such a long time. And all that time, guess what was happening? Down in the ground, the roots were growing down, down, down to drink up water from the soil. And they were getting ready. And then one day we saw some little shoots poke up through the soil. Oh, Joe was so excited when he saw that, and he went out to look at them every day. Sometimes the sun shone, and that helped the leaves to grow up. They liked the warm sun and the goodness the sunshine gave them, and that helped them grow. Now, some plants have very big leaves, and they like the sunlight too, because they can turn that sunlight into goodness to help them grow. Now, as well as sunlight and nice soil, plants need water, don't they? Where does the water come from? Well, sometimes it rains a lot, and that gives them a lot of water, doesn't it? But sometimes when the sun shines a lot, we have to water our plants. Do you remember? Joe watered his daffodils, didn't he? He had his own little watering can, and then he watered them. And sometimes we have to do that because we have to make sure that they have plenty of water. Now, some plants have big leaves and beautiful flowers, and you know, the bees like the flowers on trees and on plants, and they go from one flower to another collecting the nectar, which is really very sweet, and they take it back to their beehive and they turn it into honey for the baby bees, but they always make too much honey, and so we can have it to put on our bread and butter. When the bees collect the nectar from the flowers, their legs rub against the pollen. Now the pollen is on these yellow bits and in the flower, and they rub on there and collect pollen, and then they take it to another flower, and the bees share all the pollen with all the flowers, and that helps the flowers to make fruit. Look at that. Nice big apples, and inside those apples are some new seeds, and they could be planted to make some more apple trees. Now, spring is the season for planting and growing, and here we're going to show you some beautiful flowers that grow in the spring. This one's a tulip, and there are bluebells and crocuses and daffodils. Do you know who makes the seeds grow and the flowers grow? That's right, it's God, isn't it? Because when he made the world, He made all the beautiful plants as well and all the lovely things that we can see. Because our God is a great big God, like we sang in that song with Kate and Lily. And we could say, thank you, God, for our beautiful world. Well, that's all we've got time for today. It's time to say goodbye. But don't forget, we'll be back next week. So goodbye from Joe and goodbye from me. See you next time and have a good week and enjoy all those birthdays, won't you? Goodbye.